This is your pal Ron here, back with another episode of This Week in Affordable Drones. And today, as you might remember, we have Marcus Crawford, that's Idaho Quadcopters, Fimi X8 in here for review. We've had it since about the middle end of December. Unfortunately, it arrived just when the cold weather really started setting here at the Jersey Shore, and we didn't get to fly it as much as we had hoped for. But we've got it out on, I'm going to say, at least a half dozen test runs, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and conclusions on this drone as I'm about to pack it up and return to Marcus for further testing on his channel and comparisons with some of the new drones they'll be getting in soon, like the Eachine EX4, I believe that's the name of it, and the Hubsan Xeno 2, the much delayed Hubsan Xeno 2. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. As many of you know, the Fimi X8 is sort of a professional grade, like a toy drone. It has many features of higher end drones, like the Mavic 1 and the lower end DJI drones, and it's really kind of unique in its class, really. Compared to the Hubsan Xeno 1 and even the Pro, I mean, it has much more powerful motors, better battery life. The camera specs are better. Even has log profile. To shoot video in, just a lot of advanced features you don't see till you buy something like a Mavic Pro 1. I'm going to put this down. It's actually not the world's lightest drone. So again, it's kind of unique in its class, and for its price point, I think the list price point is about $500 on this, but you can easily get it below $450. You just watch out for the sales. You'll see it go for that lower price. I guess I'll just start with from the beginning. The build quality on it, it's very good. It's a step up from drones like the Xeno. I'm going to say it's a little bit better quality build to it. The plastic feels a little bit better. It's got some good weight to it. It's but it should, of course, it should be for the money, and it has stronger, I don't know my motors, but it definitely has stronger motors than like the Xeno does. More powerful, better in the wind, faster flyer. Compares favorably with the the Mavic series, the Mavic 1. I don't know if I'm going to put as far as the Mavic 2, but definitely the Mavic 1 series as far as flight capability. So it also, it's stronger flyer than even the Mavic Mini, which has come out recently, and some other affordable flyers. The Parrot Anafi, it's stronger flyer, but let me also put in there that the Fimi X8 has a bit of crabbing in it, not as pronounced as the Xeno 1, especially when it was new. They've mostly got that out of it now, but it definitely doesn't fly exactly straight. As you control it or whatever. Definitely it's not as precise a flyer. That's a word, precise. Precise as flyer as the Mavic Mini or the Parrot Anafi or the Mavic Air or even the Mavic Pro 1 or any of the drones in that class. But it's probably a little bit better than the Xeno, and the Spark even had a little bit of a crabbing to it, whatever, which I never kind of took notice of until I did the video where I compared it to the Mavic Mini. I noticed the Mavic Mini was a much more precise flyer. So take that for what it is. Not quite as precise, but very powerful. As far as handling the wind gusts, more so than the say the Mavic Mini, which has trouble in gusty winds. This is much stronger than that. Again, a bit that it doesn't have quite the it's not quite as precise as flower. And now range. Now range, I mean, I'm not a big range guy. I had pretty good luck with getting out there, maybe up to a mile. But FPV goes a little wonky, once you get it anywhere near the 1 mile range. And in fact, the FPV on this is kind of a con for me, maybe not a con for everybody. I mean, you don't get too far away from y'all, and the FPV is still there, but it looks real grainy and real low resolution. As soon as you get it, we'll say, I don't even want to, I don't even know a number or whatever, 500 yards away or something like that. You see the FPV signal quality drop down to what looks like it's, I don't know, less than 360p or something like that, where, other drones keep a better FPV signal. I mean, again, you can still see it good enough to fly. It just doesn't look very clear and smooth to see details. But so range, for a Wi-Fi drone, I give it high marks on its range. It's right up there among the, the Wi-Fi drone flyers. I mean, not as good as the Mavic Mini. The Mini's the champ of the Wi-Fi drone flyers, but it's right there, with the Anafi or the Xeno, probably better than those two. Try to think of another. I mean, of course, I can't compare to anything like the Mavic 1 that has that OcuSync in it or whatever. It's going to be, much better than this. But anyhow, but again, for the price, and the flight, okay, let's go to the battery life. Battery life seems to be real good on this thing. I'm getting like, at least somewhere in the ballpark of 20 minutes per flight, maybe slightly better. So the battery life's good on it. I won't go. I don't know what the stated battery life is, but I'm going to say you're going to get at least 20, and maybe in mild winds, maybe even better. Of course, again, this is winter here at Jersey Shore, so it's almost always windy every day. So I haven't really tested in what I would call calm winds. So maybe you can eke out a couple more minutes. Maybe you can get close to 25 in a calm wind day. Okay, I'm trying to move on quickly here. Camera quality. It's good. It's you check the specs out. I mean, it supposedly has 100 bit rate, and it has log profile, and it has a lot of advanced settings in there. A lot of stuff you can manually set or whatever. I won't go over all. This will make this the world's super long video. I'm sure you've seen it in other videos, but so it's nice that it's very configurable. Much more settings in there than say the Xeno, the Mavic Mini. Maybe not quite as good as the Anafi, but on par with it as far as camera settings. I'm trying to think of other affordable drones. I've never had the Mavic Air, and I hate to even throw that in because it's hard to call that an affordable drone anymore since it's almost $1,000 now since the tariffs kicked in. But see, I missed some other affordable drone that's popular here to compare it to. But anyhow, so there's a lot of things. And the camera quality is good, but I wouldn't call it outstanding. Like, it's better than the Xeno, but, not by a mile, it's better, but, just a little bit better. And I'd say, even though this has better specs, I'd say I'd like the 2.7 video coming out of the Mini better than I do the 4K 30 coming out of this. Again, kill me in the comments if you don't believe that, but that's kind of just the way I felt. Again, I didn't have intensive testing with this, but in limited testing, and it definitely not on the par with the Parrot Anafi. No doubt there. No, I'm not even any hedging on that. I may hedge a little bit in the Mini, but I won't hedge at all on the Parrot Anafi being a much better video. The pictures, pictures were good out of this, but not on the same level as the Anafi, and you know, no better than the Mavic Mini. You know, probably better than the Hubsan Xeno, but I'm going to say the Xeno's picture quality is its kind of weakest feature. It's better on the video than it is the pictures, and it does take, you know, JPEG and RAW photos. So again, I'm not really knocking the picture and video quality for the price you're paying. You know, it's more than acceptable. So again, I talked about fit and finish. I think it's well made. The arms, everything, snap well, feels well. Battery snaps in nice and tight. So, you know, I mean, that's all good. As far as software, I've done one update since I've got it. And when I got it, and this is well known for having a horizon tilt issue. And, you know, when I first got it, I had a pretty bad horizon tilt issue. When I did the update that came out, I'm going to say, you know, first the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, it helped fix the horizon issue. It's not as bad now as it was, but you can still see it when you back and turn, and first takeoff is another common thing. And then you know, you get it going a little bit and you make your first turn, and sometimes it smooths itself out. But you know, that's my biggest con is the horizon tilt issue. Which again, which is, you know, fairly well known in this drone. I think it seems to come and go with the firmware updates. So you know, overall, you know, for if you can get this for under $450, I think it's, you know, definite, you know, good buy. You know, especially considering what you already have or what you don't have. I mean, if you're choosing between this and the Xeno, I mean, this is, you know, the Xeno 1, you can get it for you know, quite a bit less. So, you know, if and this is, you know, a little bit better in video quality, but not a whole lot better. But it does have the benefit of being a stronger flyer and wind and battery life and whatever. So, I mean, you have to gauge there what you value more, the features and performance, or, you know, saving quite a bit of coin. As far as this and the Mavic Mini, you know, again, this is stronger flyer, but the Mini has at least as good or better battery life. The specs don't say it, but the Mini's pictures and video for me are on par with this. I would arguably say even better on the video. The Mini only does JPEG photos, but again, I think the JPEGs on the Mini look better than the JPEGs out of this. So for $399 compared to, you know, we'll say like right around the $450 mark or under for this, it's a tough call. I mean, if you need to fly a strong wind, you know, this is the one. If you need log profile and raw photos, this is the one. But you know, for just a casual flyer, the beginning flyer, I'd probably go with the Mini. You know, at about the same, you know, for a little less money. But you know, it's a close call. And the Anafi, again, this is a better flyer than the Anafi. Probably has a tad bit better battery life than the Anafi. You know, maybe a tad bit better range than the Anafi. Well, so I'm making it sound like this is the choice over the Anafi, but the Anafi prices are all over the place. But last time I looked, you could buy a brand new Anafi on Amazon for $4.99. So if you value all those things I just said, they're all at the top of your list of what you want in the drone. I'd say go with this over the Anafi. But if you value picture and video quality, you go with the Anafi. And this has a ton of features, but I think the features in the Anafi work better. They're more polished. The settings are kind of maybe it doesn't have any more settings, but the settings in there are just kind of, to me, easier to get to. So for me, I choose the Anafi, but again, for all the reasons I just said, if they're important to you, then, you know, this is probably the one. Plus, you can get this cheaper than you can the Anafi, unless you choose a refurb Anafi. Then you can get that for, you know, you'll see it for almost, you know, just a little over $400. So again, I'm probably missing another drone to throw in a comparison. I don't have the Xeno Pro, so I'm not throwing that in there. And this compares favorably with the Mavic 1, which is no longer for sale, but I know you can still pick it up many places as a refurb. So, and one thing I did mention on this, hold on, let me slide up here. The controller's real nice on this too. It slides like this. I've even been able to put my iPad Mini 4 in here, and it works perfectly with this controller. It gives you a nice big screen, but this controller is a good quality, well made, easy grips here. So I kind of give this the controller over probably all the other drones I talked about. Better than the Xeno, better than the Mavic Mini, better than the Anafi. So I kind of give this a nod on the controller. So and all I can say is this is a nice entry into the affordable drone category, and and you may want to consider picking one up. I mean, it's been out. I'm going to say it's been out for over a year. I mean, you weren't able easily to get it over a year, but the reviews were out and people had them over a year ago, but they just really started to reach most consumers' hands maybe about this time last year, April, whatever. Some people had them on pre-order for like months and months. Marcus Crawford had pre-ordered his and waited like 4 or 5 months to get it. So but now that's no longer an issue right now. So So how will this compare to the Hupsa Xeno 2? Well, we don't know because we don't have it in our hands yet. But Marcus Crawford has the Xeno 2 on pre-order. So, and he's going to be getting this back soon. So I'm sure when he gets that new Xeno 2 in, he'll be able to do some testing and tell you which one's the best and how they compare and so on. So be sure to drop by the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hit that button, channel, follow the channel button, whatever that's called, and the bell notification. Subscribe is the word I can't say here. Subscribe to his channel, hit the bell notification, so you'll be ready when he gets the Xeno 2 and he starts comparing it with his Fimi X8. So if I missed anything out here, leave in the comments. I get rambling on here. And I always forget some important point or whatever, so I don't want to reshoot the video again. So again, anything I left out, just put it below in the comments, and we'll talk it up in the comments, or maybe mess on the live Xeno Nation show Monday nights 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Xeno Nation YouTube channel, hosted by myself and Marcus Crawford and our band of merry men who come by and co-host with us. We have many interesting guests on there, and good group in the chat that follow every week and make some great comments and add a lot to the show. So not to make this an advertisement for the Xeno Nation show, but drop over there and hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell notification too. So on that note, I'm going to intersplice some video in here, some footage taken with the little the Fimi X8, so you'll be able to see some of the video quality, and we'll see you in the next one.